Not too long ago, I firmly believed that no soundbar could match the audio quality of a proper home theater system with dedicated speakers and an amplifier. However, brands like Samsung, Sonos, and LG have completely changed the game, proving that premium sound doesn't have to come with the hassle of a full-fledged setup. Today's soundbars offer everything from immersive Dolby Atmos experiences to sleek all-in-one solutions, making high-quality sound more accessible than ever, whether you're after cinematic surround sound or a compact upgrade for your TV. There's a perfect soundbar out there for you, so in this video we have compiled a list and reviewed the top 5 best soundbars you can buy in 2025. For more information on the products, we have included links in the description box below. Let's get started. Number 5. Sennheiser Ambeo Soundbar Max. The Ambeo Soundbar Max was only added to the name when the Ambeo Plus arrived, marked Sennheiser's first consumer speaker, and it's quite the proposition, a premium soundbar crammed full of features, including Dolby Atmos and DTS-X support, 4K HDR pass-through, all of which are useful if Netflix and or Amazon are your main movie and TV show source. You also get auto calibration and 4 HDMI inputs, plus Bluetooth and support for Chromecast. Measuring 127 cm wide and 14 cm tall, it's certainly a beast, to the point where it will block the bottom couple of inches, and perhaps the IR receiver too, of most TV screens if simply placed in front of one. As we found during testing, it can't be placed on a lower shelf either, as that will block the upward firing drivers that produce its height effects. To get the full Dolby Atmos effect, you'll need to wall mount or position the soundbar on the top shelf of your rack so the upward firing speakers aren't obstructed. It's well worth the effort though. The size of the soundbar is primarily down to the larger than enough drivers Sennheiser has managed to fit in, and the result is a sound big enough not to need its own subwoofer, with clear direct dialogue, and detail and subtlety in spades. The way it stretches the sound around you creates a great atmosphere and really draws you into the action. As we note in our review, while some soundbars with external subwoofers go deeper, the bass here is delivered with weighty gusto and seamless integration. This is what helps the Sennheiser achieve the sort of effortless, natural tonality and texture that most rivals can't begin to match. But the best thing about the Ambeo Max's sound? How little attention it draws. There's none of the beamy, nasal harshness found in many other soundbars, and on the whole, the processing is natural and convincing. For those who want compelling 3D sound without all the speakers, this is the best soundbar with a premium price tag that we've ever tested, which is why it retained its title once again at the most recent What Hi-Fi Awards. Number 4. Sonos Beam Gen 2. While it's undeniably diminutive in stature, everything else about the Beam Gen 2 is deeply impressive. Sonos essentially took its original Beam and added genuinely convincing Dolby Atmos without changing the overall design or adding dedicated upward firing drivers. It's all done through clever processing. The Beam Gen 2 uses psychoacoustic HRTF, head-related transfer function, technology to deliver a sense of height using 2 of the unit's 5 front-facing drivers. The effect, while not quite as immersive as that offered by soundbars with dedicated up-firing speakers, is still very impressive, particularly considering the size and price of the Beam. All told, it provides an enveloping presentation that's rich, three-dimensional, and full of detail. During testing, we paired the Beam Gen 2 with TVs ranging from 43 inches to 65 inches in size, and in each case found that it enhanced the cinematic scale and viewing experience. So don't discount this little soundbar if you've got a big TV. Of course, with this being a Sonos soundbar, movie and TV sound is only one of its features. On top of that, you can use it as a full Sonos wireless speaker and even integrate it into a Sonos multi-room system. Control can be done via the Sonos S2 app, or you can simply send music to the bar using AirPlay 2, Spotify Connect, or Tidal. Connect. It even now supports high-res 24-bit of 48 kHz Ultra HD tracks from Amazon Music. To cut a long story short, if you want a small, affordable soundbar that can deliver convincing Dolby Atmos, the Sonos Beam Gen 2 is the bar for you. Number 3. Samsung HW Q990D. Samsung's Q990D flagship soundbar is a complete package for those seeking an uncompromised Dolby Atmos home theater audio experience. With 22 speakers spread across a main soundbar, a wireless subwoofer, and 2 compact Wireless surround sound speakers. This 11.1.4 channel system takes immersive audio to the next level for a soundbar, and it also features 4K 120Hz pass-through on its HDMI ports for gaming. Audio performance. Dolby Atmos soundtracks are reproduced with excellent clarity and precision by the Samsung Q90D, putting you right inside the action when watching movies. It also has better controlled bass than its predecessor, the Samsung-owned Q990C, while other parts of the audio range sound well balanced. Samsung's Q Symphony feature is another bonus, adding an extra layer of sound when used with a Samsung TV. With a gray and navy matte finish, the Q990D system has an appealing minimalist look, and while the included subwoofer is on the hefty side, its wireless connection lets it be easily installed anywhere in a room. An LED display is provided on the soundbar for visual feedback, though the mesh grille on the front can make it difficult to see. A soundbar system that's this powerful and complete necessarily comes with a high price tag, and while we think that the Q990D's performance justifies the price, you can save money by buying the Q990C if the gaming support isn't important for you, or instead, look at the Bose Smart Soundbar 600 at Norfe 4 in this list for a cheaper Atmos alternative. Number 2. Yamaha True X Bar 40A. Dolby Atmos isn't just for the most expensive soundbars around anymore, and the Yamaha True X Bar 40A is the perfect example of why. It brings the spatial audio format to your TV stand for less than $500, and it looks great while it does it. It's not quite as cheap as the best value bar on this list, but it brings some excellent specs that might bring you over to the Atmos equipped option. For one, there's that Atmos support. Deadpool 2 showed off not only the 180W punch of the bar, but also the height of the surround offered by its upward facing drivers. It made for a far more immersive experience than that which you might find on something that lacks Atmos support, and more than makes up for the shortfalls of the 209. One of the shortfalls to be aware of is the slight lack of bass from the soundbar. It's not poor by any stretch of the imagination, but if you want the most bass for those epic explosions, you might be left wanting. If you want that extra boom, you can add a subwoofer, however, although that will cost you extra. You can add extra surround sound as well if you pick up the extra Yamaha True X 1A speakers, which really round out the audio experience. Again, that will cost you extra, so make sure you factor that in if you want the full surround experience. In the end though, the Dolby Atmos support with this soundbar makes it a great sub $500 option for those looking for more out of their TV audio. Number 1. Sonos Arc Ultra. There are a few things that I look for in a soundbar. It has to sit in my living room below my TV, so it needs to be stylish. It needs to sound really good for a variety of different applications. It needs to have good virtual surround because I don't have loads of space for a full setup. Finally, it needs to be relatively well priced so that I don't end up spending thousands of dollars to get excellent audio for my audio. The Sonos Arc Ultra hits pretty much all of those points, justifying its slightly higher price by being really good. It might look similar to the old model, but there are some key updates and differences. For one, the completely rounded shell of the first Arc is now gone. While the front of the device looks like a complete cylinder, there's a large box-like protrusion in the back, which houses some of the new audio hardware that makes the soundbar sound so good. I love the way that it looks, and it fits in perfectly with my living room decor. The new Sound Motion driver does excellent things for the audio as well. There's loads more bass on offer with the Arc Ultra, and you shouldn't feel too bad if you can't afford the extra for a subwoofer. Dialogue is also far improved from the older model, and I found that watching news bulletins and other speaker-heavy content was a whole lot nicer than other options. It's movies where it really comes up trumps, however. Not only is the sound rich and pleasing, but the surround and Atmos performance is next level. I found myself looking around as the noises of starfighters and laser fire blasted around me in the opening moments of Revenge of the Sith, and the car chase in The Matrix Reloaded was a sight to behold. The Atmos bubble is one of the best I've ever experienced for the price, and makes watching movies a delight. The only thing that might hold you back from picking one up is the price, especially if you want to add the sub, and you do, because it can shake a sofa. The bar itself is $990 and the sub is $719, nearly $2,000 when bought together. Now, to me, it's well worth it, but it does mean you need to think before you buy. If you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up, leaving a comment, and subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon so you never miss out on our latest videos.